afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Financial Survival, brought to you by Discount Gold and Silver Trading. I'm Melody Cedarstrom, and thank you for joining us this afternoon. It is May 6, 2011, and once again, thank you for joining us this afternoon. Our telephone number here at Discount Gold and Silver is 1-800-375-4188. That's 800-375-4188 for all your gold and silver coin needs here at Discount Gold and Silver. If you'd like to visit our website, our original website is discountgoldandsilvertrading.net. That is discountgoldandsilvertrading.net. And our new website, dgscoins.com. You can listen to the radio program on both websites. The original, again, is discountgoldandsilvertrading.net and this DGS, discountgoldsilvercoins.com. If you'd like to send us a question for today's program, please use discountgoldandsilver@yahoo.com. That is discountgoldandsilver@yahoo.com. And we got a few questions coming in today. A lot of activity going on out there in the world. Send your questions to discountgoldandsilver@yahoo.com. And for your complimentary issue to the International Forecaster, you can call us, 800-375-4188, or you can also use our email at discountgoldandsilver@yahoo.com. The markets today. I don't have Bob. Well, we didn't go over the June. I'll just give you what I got on my...
I got them.
You got your... Well, we'll just wait. We have Robert Chapman joining us this afternoon from the International Forecaster. Do you have the June and July contracts?
June gold, 1,491.20. That is up $9.80 in the June month, which is still trading and will for almost another hour. The July month in silver is 35.26 minus 99 cents. And it looks like they're trying to find a bottom here. Whether this is it, I don't know, but they're trying. The stocks are up today, but I won't have those numbers until about 20 minutes from now. And I'm very anxious to look at the COT report to see if there was a reduction in the net mega short contracts outstanding, but I won't get that until later. I think. I might get it early, I don't know.
Well, it was a while.
Pretty good?
Pardon?
Pretty good?
Yeah, it was a while.
Am I a good assistant?
Yes, you are.
Jefa.
It was a while.
Incidentally, in Spanish, that means boss. A female boss.
Oh, I'm not the boss.
I mean, you hear that word jefe over the years? Well, that's the male boss. So,
am I really
Melody
the
is
boss?
a jefa.
Am I the boss? What's going
Are you
on with
what?
What's going on with oil? 97 down another $2 today.
I don't know. What is it called?
What? I said, what is oil doing today? It's down another $2.
Yeah, it was down another couple of bucks, 97, 98. And it's all the rig job.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's going on? In the 9-day period, we had 5 increases in the margin requirements. And the contract went from $9,500 to $2,160 in silver. And that is unprecedented. Silver had a low intraday of a loss from the high of around 30%. And the CME, I believe, was told by the U.S. government, which is Morgan and that gang, to do what they did, to break the back of the precious metals market gains. What they also did, too, was contacted the major commodity brokerage houses and told them to recommend to sell commodities, gold and silver as well, and to make their margin double what the margin is officially from CME. And they did that. Margins around $42,000 a contract. You have to put up 5 times as much money now. Gold's up 1080 now, and silver's down 90 cents. So you got to put up 5 times as much money as you did 9 days ago. And that's not true of the short side of the market. Those who are shorting, they only have to put up 2 times as much. And that's why I'm asking everybody to contact all representatives in Washington and senators and the heads of the 3 major exchanges, NASDAQ, ASC, and NYSE, as well as the CFTC and the SEC. And incidentally, I have a list in tomorrow's issue of the email addresses of all the congressmen. And very nice short little letter. Dear Mr. Representative, I own gold and silver coins and bullion and shares, and I'm tired of having the United States government rig the market and use naked short selling. I want it to stop now. That's it. Now, I already know that that group is getting over 1,000 letters a day already. And we reach millions of people. If everybody does that, we might get some action. And even if we don't, they'll know that we know exactly what's going on. It's one thing when you get 100 or 200 letters. They're getting 1,000 a day, and they have to answer every one of them. And that's a lot. And that doesn't count Congress. That's just the CFTC, SEC, and the 3 exchanges. And I got that straight from the president of one of the exchanges. So we're on the right track here. They don't know what to do. And they know the public's really mad. And what happened was unprecedented. And, rigging markets is illegal. It's got to stop. And hopefully Ron Paul or somebody like Dennis Kucinich will jump all over this. Because it's not right. Government goes in the market and runs it up and runs it down. They do anything they want. This is not Nazi Germany yet. Although they're trying to get close to it.
It is amazing how, it's just so obvious anymore. They don't care who sees and so forth. And it is just amazing what they were able to do, these markets. You know what's really going to wake up those people out there is what they've done to oil. When you have people struggling and they're pushing the price of oil up and the gasoline goes right up with it, they're struggling at $4 and now all of a sudden they see a 12. The majority of people out there don't own gold and silver, but they sure do use gasoline. And I would think that alone.
About half the people have canceled their summer vacations. It's going to be devastating.
Yep.
For the, we'll call them resorts, places where you would go to, or even just to relatives. And, gold's down, oil's down from 115 to 98. And I'll give you the price when it comes around again. There's no reason why gasoline should be at 370, more or less. Yep. It should be lower.
Be lower, a lot lower.
And it's not, although there's usually a 2-week lag time. But the point is, the whole thing, everything is being rigged. Just awful. And it's got to stop.
Yes, it does.
People say, well, gee, why would I go into gold and silver related assets when the market's rigged? Well, all the markets are rigged. You don't have any place else to go but gold and silver related assets, because the other markets stand a good chance of collapsing, and gold and silver is not going to collapse. It can go up and it can go down, and it'll probably go up more than it goes down, but the other markets are extremely vulnerable. Both are being held up by the United States government, the stock market and the bond market. And that is a fact. We need congressional investigations, what they're doing and how they're doing, and it's got to stop. It's up to Congress to pass legislation eliminating the executive order by Ronald Reagan, the President's Working Group in Financial Markets. It's wrong.
You know, what's interesting, Bob, is, you know, you have all these people in their retirement funds and everything. You know, they're all in the markets and so forth. They don't have much control over them. You know, they're happy that they rigged that market to the upside. It's just, you know, the commodities and so forth that, you know, you just have a small percentage of people that are in those markets. And are the world markets
Well, I think
manipulated?
you're right. But, you know, in the end, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. Because what happens, too, is those markets that are rigged to the upside where everybody has their pension plan, you know what, they'll eventually get taken, too. Because the whole agenda is not to allow the American people to have any money that they worked for. They'll strip the people
That's right.
of the money.
And that is what, you know, you're so right. And I've said this over and over again. Why are they doing what they're doing? Why are they stripping Americans and Europeans of all of their assets? Why are they stealing everything? Because they want to pauperize you so that you will have to submit to world government. These people are insane, and this is what they're up to. And they've got everybody in Congress practically bought. And if we can't get legislation, there's only one answer, and you all know what it is.
Are the other world markets manipulated as much? I mean, they're all rigged, but...
Absolutely. And they're doing it. The prices are improving even more. Gold's up 11.10 at 14.92.50, and silver is 35.33, now off 91 cents. It was off 99 a little earlier. It's pretty good service, isn't it, Melody?
Yes, I'll have to keep you around.
You gonna keep me around?
Will you stick around for a couple more years?
I'm gonna try. I sure feel good. I'm tired all the time. You know, I answered over 400 emails today.
Well, about time you started doing some work.
And I want to tell you something. Lighten up, please, people. It's killing me. Because I answer every single one of them.
Hey, you know what, Bob?
And don't get mad if I give you one or two lines and get right to the point. It's overwhelming.
Hey, you know about this Bin Laden situation? They actually found out whose body was dropped into the sea. It was Jimmy Hoffa. That's a joke.
I know it is. Jimmy's in the wall of the stadium.
Yeah, I know. Someone told me that today. Greg told me that today. It just tickled me all day long. So I thought I would share it. Anyway, back to some more serious stuff here.
Well, Jimmy was a tough guy in a tough league, and he didn't make the right move at the end, so
No, he
they
didn't.
blasted him.
Here's a question.
And that's the way it is.
Is it better in the long run to have large margins and push the paper speculators out of the metals market?
Well, the answer to all of that is to eliminate the exchange-traded funds. All they do is pull investment away from the companies that produce shoes and automobiles and gold and silver and all that stuff. The companies get screwed because the money is over in a gambling unit, either 2 or 3 times leverage or something like that. It's ridiculous. And they get derivatives. They should be done away with. There's nothing to do with investing. And if you have them, and you must have them, they got to be regulated. They're not regulated. It's incredible.
And you know, Bob, you've said, and I said for a very long time too, there's only one reason they were created, so they could do this to the markets. The only reason those ETFs were ever created.
Well, they're trying to keep gold and silver from going up.
Yep.
Is what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
And it's got to be stopped. And it can easily be stopped. But you got to have a Congress that you can work with. And if you don't have that, you're going to continue to have slowly rising prices in commodities, in gold and silver. You're going to have an economy that's going to come unglued eventually, and there's no stopping it. And no matter what they do, they're going to lose. And the employment situation, considering, is dreadful. They lie about everything. First time today I saw the birth-death ratio addressed on Bloomberg. I was amazed that they did. But they didn't tell you that the figures are all fictitious. And so with that said, everything essentially to do with the figures is bogus. Whether it's employment or inflation or producer prices or on and on and on. I mean, I've had more people say to me that I woke up one day and found out my government was the enemy. Mm-hmm. Gold just went higher. It's up 1170 now. And it's true. The government is the enemy. Really dreadful.
Here's the question in for you, Bob. Is it not better from J.P. Morgan's point of view to default on the COMEX with silver at $20 or $30 rather than at $60? What is the possibility or probability of JPM doing that?
I can't answer the probability or possibility because I just don't know, and nobody does. And so what do we think? A partial default? Partial default would be something in the order of 25 or 50% settlement. A full default, you know what it is. A default where the payoff is made by the Federal Reserve. That's a possibility. But today's COT figures are going to be very important to see if they reduce their shorts by more than 5,000 or 6,000 contracts. And that's a lot for them. Because, every contract they settle, they lose money on. But the very fact of what's happened over the last 9 days is unbelievable. Just unbelievable. That the government would have the temerity to spit in the face of the public. And that's exactly what they're doing. And this is a calling card, a harbinger of a corporatist fascist society run by a bunch of Nazis, and that's exactly what they are. Nazis. Some people call them terrorists. That's a good word, too. I know Max Geiser's always calling them terrorists. So, and then we can move to Las Vegas, where 82% of the mortgages are underwater. It's interesting. Maybe it'll be 100% by the end of the year. That means everybody walks away from their homes. Nevada's unemployment is only 13.2%. That's official.
I thought it was higher than that.
That's official.
Oh, the real
number?
50%.
35, 38% probably.
Yeah.
And it's a dog's breakfast. I mean, Phoenix is the same. Los Angeles will become the same. Probably all of California, particularly L.A. And all big cities are going to get hit hard. I mean, we haven't seen the bottom of this thing yet. And it's not going to go away. And that's why it's so important for you to have your money in a safe place. And that's gold and silver related assets. Maybe you'll lose half your money there for all I know. But if that happens, you're going to be assured you're going to lose 90% of your money every place else. So you'll take a haircut, but you're still going to be better off than everybody else.
I got an email from, I mean, he's fairly aware of what's going on and everything, but he sent me an email, and he put, is it time to unload? I emailed him back, and I said, into what? He emailed me back, and he said, cash. And it's just like, what? And it means, you know what it means? It means, to me, Bob, people still don't understand what is truly going on. They just don't understand what is going on with the financial system, all the currencies, and what is really happening. They don't understand. And what I understand, though,
now, every time I get money, I don't care what the price is, I buy.
And that's what people should be, because, folks, there isn't anything else. I mean, this isn't over yet. It's a big deal. We have a little bit of a pullback. It really isn't anything considering where they went. And the problems
You're absolutely right.
The problems are still there. We'll be right back after
Nothing has changed. You're right.
Joining us this afternoon, you're listening to Financial Survival, brought to you by Discount Gold and Silver Trading. Our telephone number is 1-800-375-4188. That's 800-375-4188 for all your gold and silver coin needs. Give us a call, and for your complimentary issue to the International Forecaster, give us a call. And Bob, would you like to tell us about the International Forecaster, please?
The forecast is about business, finance, economic, social, and political issues all over the world. Published on Wednesday and Saturday by email. Runs around 40 pages each time. We have a hard copy that goes out twice a month for those who are not on the Internet, and everything you need to know each week is in that publication. Free introductory copy. You can get one by going to the internationalforecaster.com. The International, FORECASTER.com. Or you can go to www.intforecaster.com. intforecaster.com. If you have any questions, or if you'd like a free copy, or if you'd like to see our latest recommendations of gold and silver shares, email us at bob@intforecaster.com. Bob, B-O-B, at intforecaster.com, or you can call toll-free to
800-375-4188. That's 800-375-4188 for your complimentary issue to the International Forecaster. And take advantage of the pullbacks, folks. You know, you wait and wait. You finally get one. Then when it does come, you wait for some more. And it's like, oh, you shouldn't do that. I mean, you get in. It's great, perfect timing. Just get in and get your gold and silver. 800-375-4188. That's 800-375-4188. We still got some of those Mint State 62 $5 Indians. We have about 15 or so of those left at $985, folks. Still a bargain at that price. Even with the little bit of a pullback we had yesterday and today, they're still priced way below their regular value, the regular retail value. And they're a pretty neat coin. $5 Indian Mint State 62. Give us a call at 800-375-4188 to purchase 5 of those, and you'll receive your 1-year subscription to the International Forecaster. 5 of them would be $49.25. $49.25. So give us a call at 800-375-4188. Silver. I think next week, I think you might begin seeing. I still got about a 3 to 4 week delay on Eagles and rounds. You have 90% bags are flowing, morgans are flowing. So I did see the premiums on those jump today. So the premiums are coming back. When we had that big sell-off 2 days ago, the premiums on bags got wide, and they came back. So that means people are taking advantage of these of the pullbacks, and that's really what you should be doing too, if you haven't already. 800-375-4188. And we were talking before the program, Bob, about the fundamentals, and it just seems that people just really don't understand that they haven't changed. They can't. The only way they can change is they're only going to get worse. Fundamentals for gold and silver are only going to get stronger. The economy is going to continue to erode. The problems we have are not getting fixed. They're not getting addressed. They're only continuing to make things worse.
What doesn't kill you will make you stronger.
Is that a fact?
That's right.
Greece. Is Greece going to pull out of the EU?
Yeah, I think they will. The European Union. I really think they have to. And if you look in tomorrow's issue, you see a letter that I got from one of our subscribers who happens to be really connected in Greece. And it's been admitted, and I don't know if I mentioned on this program, it's been admitted that the President Papandreou, who's really a communist, his father Andras is a communist as well. He was president during the 80s. And the ex-IMF executive, Mr. Truscott, in an interview, said that Papandreou had made an arrangement shortly before he was elected and did not reveal that to anyone, that he was going to allow the collateralization of loans and bonds to to the country of Greece, by putting up just about everything they owned. And if they weren't paid back, well, they lose it all. And you didn't see that on American television, or European television for that matter.
Got an email in, and he says after the break, he says, remind everyone that even after this very large pullback, we are up for the year, and it's only May. Anytime you see a large pullback of 25% during a bull market, buy more because it's only going to be going back up over the long run. He says all the fundamentals are still in place. Nothing has changed. The wars continue on borrowed money. The debt is huge. The deficits are huge.
Well, whoever wrote that is absolutely correct. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happy you sent that email in because that's really the way you should be thinking. And incidentally, I didn't tell you this, but the shares had a decent day today. Not a runaway, but they're trepidatious here. Just like the entire market is. Up 0.48%, 0.41%. Down 5.81%. Somebody on one of the stocks, one of the brokerage houses, downgraded a stock from buy to hold. And they just come out with fantastic earnings, so you figure it out. But that won't last. It won't last more than a day. Up 4.72% and up 2.76%. So they had a good day. Not spectacular, but a good day. And this aftermarket is running crazy here. As soon as I get more prices, I'll bring them into you. But we're seeing a fairly powerful move here in the June and July contracts. Here they come now. Let's see what we got. On gold, it's a plus 1360. And silver, 35.58, down 67. So that's a good aftermarket considering what we've been going through here for the last several days. Go ahead, Melanie, please.
Here's a question. Greetings, Captain Goldfinger in Mint State. There's a blog that has produced, I believe you're the captain. There is a blog that has produced a short video clip that speculates that because of disparity between physical metals available and manipulated price for the same paper representation of said metals, there will evolve two metal prices. Number one, spot price, the price for paper metals. Number two, physical price.
That's true. See, because of the illegal activity of the United States government, every market has a problem. And we just saw it in commodities and going, and gold and silver.
He had a second part of the question. He says, do you see a trend? He says, Melody, do you see a trend to a large increase in premiums for physical metals for both bullion and graded coins? Well, I absolutely do see the increase in premiums. I mean, the higher the price of gold, the higher the prices go, and the spot prices, a lot of those prices are based on percentages, so that increases the premiums, plus demand will increase those premiums. And I think the markets have to kind of I think you need to see some changes in reasons for buying, also to see those premiums increase additionally to just the spot price. So absolutely, I mean we haven't seen anything yet, folks.
The water people.
And just wait until these markets begin to correct. And again, I think it's going to be a wild and crazy summer and next fall. And so absolutely the premiums, there's lots and lots of room for them to...
Wild and crazy summer. Is that like beach blanket bingo?
Wild and crazy.
You and Annette Funicello?
No. Here's a question in from Will. Of course we know that Carlos Slim, George Soros, Sprott, and the others are selling both gold and silver. It does take two to tangle, and there are two sides to every trade. So who's buying?
Well, there's lots of people who's buying. You know the countries that are buying.
Yeah.
And you also have lots of individuals throughout the world. It's becoming bigger and bigger. And one of the things that's good about the correction, and you know, I bought coins at 46.29, and is that if it stays here long enough, next month I'll have some more money and I get some more, maybe at $35. And so that gives everybody a chance to get them cheaper than they were a week or two or three ago. And that's okay. That's the way you should look at this. We got a long way to go. No matter what they do, it's the only place to be.
This is in from Rob. He says, assuming Morgan and the other, well, this is almost the same question, are covering their, assuming Morgan and the other investment banks are covering a lot of their short positions, AG positions now, won't that be bearish? Since the buying won't take place sometimes in the future?
No, and I'll tell you why. Because they're doing it illegally. They are cornering the market. And they were being allowed to do that. I'd love to see them get rid of half of their short position. They're still going to take big losses. Because their cost factor is probably around $16, $17 to the short side. And so they'll lose half their money, which is a heck of a lot better than losing all of their money. So if they cover it, that's fine. Yeah, get them out of the way. Get them out of the position that they can monopolize silver. And that's what they've done. Look how many years they held it down. And who is it that's doing it? The people who control our government, who control our banking system, who control everything in your life. And they just happen to be a group of criminals.
Here's a question in from Robert. He's heard that many years ago it was possible to buy gold at a discount from spot through the Central Fund of Canada. He never expected this would recur. The CEF is today quoted at a discount of over 8% from spot gold and silver. If these prices together with other gold and silver companies could be purchased by JPM, then they could go a long way to eliminating their short position. There were rumors that Barrick was funding hedge fund activity to short junior gold and silver shares. If the cartel were in a position to print the cash to buy the HUI stocks, then this may give a literal meaning to the Fed's reference to bullion and deep storage on their balance sheet. Do you have any comments, Bob? And that is from Robert from Bristol, England.
Yeah, I answered him, but first of all, the Barrick is made up of members of the Illuminati. And they had to go to court 7 or 8 years ago when they were sued. And they made a deal. The people involved made a deal that the lawsuit would be killed and these people would walk away. And what they did admit, Barrick, is that they were acting on behalf of the U.S. government. And they should not be penalized for doing that. And that is what the company of Barrick has been involved in before. So for them to use hedge funds to suppress the price of juniors would have two effects. Number one, it keeps prices down, which as far as the government is concerned, that's a great idea. And the companies whose stock they were suppressing, those companies were companies that they would like to buy out. And it's illegal. But they're doing it. I know they are. So, that's that.
And again, it's just another, it just doesn't matter. I mean, things just, it really is amazing how things, how criminal everything is. And it's just bypassed. It's just an accepted practice.
I know. It's worldwide, but it's worse in America than any other country because it's become institutionalized. Not so much at the lower levels, but at the top level. I mean, everybody is a professional criminal. And they're all sociopaths. Some of them are psychopaths, too. They don't think it's okay. It's okay.
It is amazing. Here's a question. If he had $4,000 to buy gold and silver, which would choose to purchase first right now under current prices?
I would split it. You and I discussed this earlier. Go 50-50. Then you get some balance. If one outperforms the other, so what? Hey, nobody knows. I certainly don't. I'm a professional.
I think $4,000, you could go 50-50. It really,
sure.
I'm really back to
get some small 1/5 and 1/4 ounce coins, as well as some junk silver. It's perfect.
I mean, it's really what's suitable. I mean, someone who has $4,000, do you own any gold and silver now? All these questions come into play. To me, a $4,000 order can be different from a $75,000 order to a $250,000 and a $500,000 order. The basics of the product are all the same. You want to keep your portfolio basic, balanced, simple. And balance is important, but it's also suitable in what you have to put into it. So it does make a difference a little bit whether you have 4 to 75 or larger amounts to put in. That's how we put together portfolios. It's really based on what's suitable for you. And what is the best price at any given time? And are there specials going on? And what is available and what isn't available? All of these factors come into play. And that's and this is the only place you'll find that. Most of the other places.
That's for sure.
The only other places they have an agenda. Our agenda is to sell you gold and silver, to give you the best price possible and best what's suitable for you. You know what? People get caught up in all these. I had the lady call me, Walking Liberties. I know where those Walking Liberties are coming from. Why do you pay $20 plus for Walking Liberties? The whole point when you buy junk silver, because you know what, folks? They're just junk silver. That's all they are.
So what are they worth? $8?
I haven't pressed that. No, they're worth more than that. I mean, even $15 at the most. And that's my prices. And I'll guarantee you most of them are selling them for $20, $18, $20, $25. Why?
Because they want to cheat people, that's why.
It baffles me. Same way with the rounds. Why buy commemorative rounds? Silver rounds. When you go to sell it back in the market, all you're going to get is the round. I mean, I guess if you're a hobbyist and you want one or two, there's nothing wrong with that. But people put their hard-earned money. And you know what? Maybe I shouldn't care so much, but I do. You work hard for that money. You want to get as much as you can from your dollar. That's what it's all about. That way, when you have pullbacks in the market, you're not getting hit twice. Because that's what you're buying product as though silver was at 60 already. And and I do take things personally. Maybe I shouldn't, but I do. And that's why you get such a great product and a great price here at Discount Gold and Silver. And I hate it when somebody beats my price. It just really bothers me. But anyway, I think you answered this question already, Bob. And I think you said...
I told you I answered him in an email, too.
This is somebody else.
Oh,
this is Andrew in London. We got another one. You already answered this one, but did J.P. Morgan and HBC manage to cover their shorts? And if so, how did they manage to do so without pushing the price back up?
No, we'll know the answer when the COT comes out.
Yeah.
But I don't think they are. I think it was an exercise more to show people that, look how powerful we are. We can do anything we want. And they can't put us in jail because we own everybody. This is all about. We'll remember that when we're putting the nooses around their necks.
And you know about the food shortages. I mean, you talk about the whole Midwest here. There's a lot of farmland, cropland that's being destroyed by those floods. And here's a question from Donald. He says he's heard that there's fungus infecting the wheat crop this year. He heard a radio program in Iowa, and the host was talking to a farmer with about 1,500 acres of wheat that was planted, and it's infected with a fungus that does not respond to the that they're trying
pesticide.
Yeah, thank you for the long.
As we say in the farming business, there's a fungus among us,
and they can't get rid of it. So again, inflationary for prices. I mean, that's just not going to go away for the food. I mean, high prices for food is here to stay. And so don't listen to what any of these folks you hear about on these programs. Just listen to Bob and me at 800-375-4188. That's 800-375-4188. We're running out of time. Update for next week, Bob. What do you anticipate?
I think we're going to have a much better market, and we may get another dip down, but I don't think it's going to be significant. And I think we're coming to the end here. You know, when I see coin dealers calling people and telling them silver's going to $22, and so you better get out and go buy some gold, I know we're getting near the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, you don't want to trade your silver for that reason, you know, but if you don't have any gold and you have all silver, it doesn't hurt to trade up a little bit. But again, folks, you know what? It all depends on what you have, where you're at, what's suitable for you. That's what's important. And anybody who calls you to do something, you hang up on them. Because, again, your interest is not what they're calling you about. It's their interest. So anytime anybody calls you, I mean, we never call our clients. The only time we call clients, Bob, if it is really important and it is something that they really should do, then we will call you. So give us a call until then at 800-375-4188 for your complimentary issue. Give us the same, call us at the same number, and we will be back on Monday. So make sure you're safe out there, folks. Until then, good night, and God bless. And thank you, Bob.
And thank you all for listening, and the coins are in the mail.
Bye. Bye.